everybody, coming back to you with another video from RaikenProfit.com. And here today we have some battery operated toys that we're going to be talking about. And now I'm here with my good friend Steve, and he's had me on his channel a bunch of times now, and we've been talking about toys and bridging gaps and what to buy, what not to buy. I think we're going to dive into this one real quick here.
Hey, I love it, man. I don't know how you got such a good introduction going down. But yeah, here with Vinny. Vinny's done over, you're around, what, $7,800 over the last 60 days on your eBay account. He works a full-time job. He's earning close to a full-time income selling on eBay. And Zach, why don't you pan around? We got a bunch of toys on this table right now. And if you guys aren't subscribed to the Raiken Profit channel, be sure to subscribe because we're breaking down all of these toys in probably about 4 or 5 various videos. So I hear something. Is that okay? I think that's the warehouse next door. I thought it was like a toy that was making noise. But we're breaking down all these toys in various videos. We just made a video about Disney Pixar in a previous video that you could probably, I'll link to it down below. But in this video, what are we talking about today?
We're going to talk about some battery operated stuff here. Like these are newer stuff. These are hyped up newer things that we're talking about.
Is this a specific brand?
There's a couple different things on this table. They're all battery operated. They all have a sound or a function or both. And some were popular. A lot of people will know about these. A lot of people bought these for their kids. And kind of going to talk about maybe some to shy away from and some to invest in.
Yeah, a lot of these things I've never even seen before. Let us know in the comments before we even jump in. Type a 1 if you know what this is before we start, or type a 2 if you're like, this beats me, because I'd be putting a 2 in the comments right now. So where do you want to start first and foremost with this? Maybe define why, or talk a little bit about why people would even want to get into some of these items?
So these animals here, the birds, and I think I got an owl here. These are called little live pets, and most of these have a little felt feeling to them. You feel them? They're nice. They feel real. And they have functions. Let's see if I got any of that working right now.
I don't think this one works.
No, this.
Oh, whoa.
Oh, you got him working.
Well, he worked once.
And these are fairly valuable in lots.
What are these called?
Little live pets.
Little live pets. And these are, what kind of, is this like a little?
It's a battery operated toy that.
It's not a pigeon. What is this?
Talks
or is it?
Moves. It's a bird. This is a parrot.
It's a bird.
This is an owl. Are we doing a video on how to identify animals or toys? This is a dragon, Steve, or a dinosaur. That's a monkey. Okay,
that's a bear.
But I just wanted to touch on some things about these little live pets. See, here you've got a complete one. He's got his little cage. He's like snatched into that cage. So these are not too valuable, but I see them priced really low because
sorry, this thing's like going crazy.
You can just switch it off. They're not super valuable, but they are still pretty popular and people still do buy them. You're gonna want to find them with their homes, and they're generally priced pretty low at the thrift store because they don't really know what it is.
What's this thing worth if you had to guess with the bird cage and the bird little swing?
$20-25.
Really?
Yeah.
So imagine guys going to a garage sale, guys and gals, going to a garage sale, maybe seeing a box with like 18, 20 birds, maybe 4 or 5 bird cages. I mean, is that something that you can come across?
Yeah,
at a garage
of
sale?
course. And for example, like here is a bag from Savers. I didn't open it yet. It's $3.99, and I get 1, 2, 3.
$2.99.
Oh, it's $2.99. And these are different. These are a little bit of a different brand. It's Digibirds, and these kind of have the same value as them. But I get the little play set with these guys. So from $3, I may be able to get $20-25 for this.
Wow,
and
really?
It's not too heavy. It probably will go under a pound.
Yeah, wow, that's really cool. Interesting.
And then, so that's a good tip. Try to find them in lots, or the bigger ones tend to do well, like the parrot.
What do you think the parrot's worth individually?
15 to 20.
So
working. In good working condition.
How do you test if these work? Are there batteries that you have to switch out?
So yeah, there's a screw, and you take the batteries and you put the batteries in.
What kind of batteries are they? Like double AAAs or?
I think they're most of the time going to be watch batteries. Some might be AA's.
Okay.
Or AAA's actually.
Okay.
So it's great to test those.
What's this?
That's a hamster little live pet.
Oh wow.
It's a hamster cage. I paid 99 cents for that.
Now, did the hamster come with it or no?
No.
So why'd you buy this?
I'm waiting for the hamster.
What do you mean you're waiting for it? You're waiting to find one?
If I find the hamster, I'm going to complete it. It only cost me $1. I'm going to hold on to it until I find the hamster.
So one of the things that Vinny does, I noticed, and I'll just kind of spill the beans on this, is if you go to his warehouse, if you guys seen any of the videos, he has a lot of stuff that's not listed yet. And the reason is because you're putting it away waiting to complete it.
Sometimes,
because you're always finding stuff. So if you ever find a hamster, you'll be like, oh, I've got the hamster cage. Now you complete it, and now it goes from, instead of being worth 10, 25 or something.
Yeah, exactly. That's the whole point. And then we'll move on to the Hatchimals. Let's see if this guy's not working. Is he working? No. Oh, he is working. Now these were,
what the heck?
These were,
no, do not set him off. He's gonna knock he's going after the birds.
These were popular toys 2 years ago. I think everybody's read into the hype about these.
Dude, those things on Amazon were selling for like $200 or $300 a pop.
It was crazy.
Point.
Yeah, they were like the new hottest thing. Now, they've come down significantly, and that's kind of the sad part. But they still are collectible. And if you find these new in the box,
shut up.
Sorry, guys. It's too much bird for Steve.
Raiken profit imploding.
We had enough bird calls last time. So if you find these new, they still do well. If you lot them up, they still do well. Individually, loose, I would shy a little bit away from these at the moment. It's kind of a saturated market.
Okay.
And the same goes for these fingerlings here. You remember these at all?
Yeah.
You put them on your finger.
Yeah, those things were selling.
They talk
those were like
and turn their head.
number 2 rank on Amazon or something.
Yeah,
crazy.
these were also very popular toys that kind of lost their value.
Oh, that's your finger I was grabbing onto.
So I just wanted to touch on some battery operated things that, so if you had knowledge that these were 200 before, you may fall into that same trap of buying these again, but be conscious of saturated markets with certain things. I mean, I'm kind of not using these for reseller. I'm collecting these, hoping that they are going to start getting less and less likely to pop up, and the value will go up. And spending $2 on one is not that big a deal, because in the stores these were 30, 40, 50, 60 bucks. And you can probably quarter 4 get more money for them individually too.
Any other tips that you would give the beginners who are watching, who are looking to get into these live pet type of items?
So condition is everything, and working is everything, and new and used is also everything. So if you can find any of these items new for less than $5, you're probably looking at 20 to 30 bucks.
Oh, okay, wow.
Of a sale value. Yeah, most of these things in this section. I like to collect these battery operated things currently to hold on to as a collection kind of thing, because I think that eventually they're going to move to something even more interactive, and the value's going to go up. So, but when I get doubles and stuff, I do sell them and make some money back. So essentially, like, I get most of this stuff for free. Now, the reason I wanted to touch on these things is because people might have bought them for their kids. They might have said, oh, I paid 60, 70 bucks for this. It's worth it. But be conscious that was a couple years ago. The market is saturated. It may not be. So look these up individually and be careful when you're buying these things. And the battery operated stuff are going to be a little bit more work, because you're going to have to put the batteries to make sure they're working.
Yeah. What would you do with items that you test that don't work? Do you do a big, like, broken lot?
Certain things, this newer stuff, just junk it.
Junk it.
Or try to figure out how to way to work it. Maybe there's corrosion in the battery. Maybe you can clean it up with vinegar.
Bring it back to Savers as a donation and get a tax write-off, or get a 30% off coupon.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's cool. So if you guys want to learn more about selling toys, we actually have a new guide that we just released, which is called
Exposed.
And pretty much in this guide, I'll put a picture of it on the screen. We're exposing 100 of Vinny's top toy sales over the last 90 days. And really the goal of this guide is to bridge the gap between, 1, you guys actually buying it, and 2, selling it. Because especially a lot of beginners, they think that, like, buying and selling is so easy, right? There's no knowledge, and it's just, you ever have people who, like, they look at you, what you're doing, they're like, oh, that's not a business, that's just a hobby, right?
All the time.
They don't get that actually making good money, top dollar, especially with toys and clothing and, like, niche products like that, it really takes a a pretty, and we're not saying this for you guys to buy the guide, like you could buy it or not, but I think it'll really help you. But there's some extensive knowledge that it takes. So in the guide, what we're doing is we're breaking down 100 of his sales. We're breaking down the titles, the SEO, his keywords, the pricing strategy, the listing strategy, what he paid for it, how he sourced it. We're really going behind the scenes and coming from more of like a, I don't know how to explain it best, but it's like the psychology behind the sale.
And another point is with eBay getting a little bit more strict with their item specifics now. I don't know if anybody is up on the new.
They're requiring that now.
The new thing is it's going to be harder to get your stuff in best match if you don't fill out your listings the right way.
You got to have the knowledge.
Make that, yeah.
So with toys, you can't just guess. You've got to have the knowledge of how to fill out these item specifics.
Exactly.
So that's what this guide exposes is going to help you with as well. Help to be able to fill out the item specifics, which in turn helps you to be, people are going to see your listings more. They're going to convert better. You're going to make more sales
and best match algorithms are going to be in your favor.
So with that being said, keep on picking and making that money. Smash that like button. And what else you got to say?
Nothing else.
Keep on picking and making that money. Do not cut that out. Peace.
Sorry.
That was awesome.